Hello, welcome to the question and answers. Okay. Well, I own a PlayStation 1, well actually no, starting from the beginning, of oldest first, NES, Super NES, PlayStation, and Nintendo 64, PlayStation, and 1 Slim, PS2, GameCube, 2 Super Nintendos actually, a Game Boy player, Game Boy Advance, DS Lite, Wii, and I'm looking to get a PS3, an Xbox 360, and a PSP. My parents are watching a movie. It's kind of hard to say. Hey, I've got 3 Wii games. The rest, the ones you were seeing, I was playing. I got from the library. I own exactly 1 PS2 game at the moment, and few PS1 games. Let's see, that's 4 GameCube games. I tried to, that'd be about, I don't know how, probably about 5 NES and 6 and 64, about 10 NES and Super Nintendo. I'm sorry, I can't remember at the moment. Where do I live? Well, I live in the South. What kind of computer do I have? Well, I've got an E-machine. It's E100, E whatever. So, sorry about that. Where do I record most of the time? Well, I record videos here sometimes. This is my room. Decorated it all myself about 10 years ago. Sometimes I record with my computer, or sometimes I record on my, it just depends on what I'm doing and if I can emulate whatever the game I'm trying to play. Hey, I don't usually emulate each seeing as I'm usually trying to examine how a console can do it on its own. But for some games, if it's really inconvenient to record it off of the TV, I will I'll emulate it. Or if it's a fan hack, I'll emulate it. It's since most of those you can't play on the actual consoles. Why don't I like HD? Well, I always seem to see a lot of weird blurriness in HD. Yeah, personally, I don't. They can say the Wii is crap all they want, but it's just laziness on the developer's part to not have good graphics for the Wii. Because hey, let's face it, GoldenEye taught us that, and hey, Spider-Man 3. He was terrible on the Wii, and we all know, well, it came from Activision, the company that made GoldenEye. GoldenEye Reloaded, rather. Right. Well, I refer to everything that isn't GoldenEye N64 as GoldenEye Reloaded. GoldenEye DS, GoldenEye Wii, GoldenEye PS3, and Xbox 360, that's all GoldenEye Reloaded to me. My favorite first-person shooter is either Perfect Dark or GoldenEye. Or GoldenEye GoldenEye Wii. Not at the moment. I haven't modded any consoles yet, and I think I have. Oh yeah. I'm working on modding my PS2 so I can run some homebrew stuff on it, but at the moment I haven't got. I need an max action replay. I need to do that. One actually. Yeah, I did have one console die on me. It was my Dreamcast. I really don't know what happened to all the games though. Well, favorite RPG? I like action RPGs. You're probably expecting me to say something modern. I'm like, actually, you're probably expecting me to say something retro, but I don't really know. I've only played a couple of RPGs, because I've usually stuck to the Zelda series. Favorite game of all time is definitely Ocarina of Time. Well, actually, no, not definitely. It's either split between Ocarina of Time and Skyward Sword. Twilight Princess comes in close second. Anyways, my favorite RPG would be... technically, it's the only RPG I've played in a while. Actually, only RPG. I haven't played Chrono Cross that much, but I have played a lot of Final Fantasy 3. So Final Fantasy 3 is okay, but I don't like the turn-based system. Well, the turn-based system is not very action-oriented. I like action RPGs better. I mean, Chrono Cross, the way its battle system almost passes as an RPG, as action RPG. Hard to say. I haven't actually played the Castlevania series that much. Metroid? No, I've only ever played Other M. My favorite Zelda game, like I said, is split between Ocarina of Time and Skyward Sword. In fact, it's actually split between those as my all-time favorite games. Favorite Sonic game would be it's either Sonic and the Black Knight or Sonic Adventure. I haven't gotten to the end of Colors yet. Sonic World Adventure is a real pain. Favorite Resident Evil game? No way. No. Nah. Not gonna go there. I've only ever played the first one. I have deemed it sucks. We will never discuss this again. My least favorite genre would have to be survival horror, because I tend to not like things that don't have action in them of some sort. I really don't like survival horror. It's just too slow for me. Well, let's see here. The worst game I own is probably Resident Evil. Powerpuff Girls Relish Rampage comes in a close second. Well, actually, no, I think it's split down the line with those because I don't like either of them. My favorite fighting game, King of Fighters 98, I think it's 98. I have to look into some more fighting games. Specifically, we're going to look into Mortal Kombat Armageddon, and I think it's I think they call it Mortal Kombat 10, but it's just technically called Mortal Kombat by Midway. My favorite console. I can't tell. I like my N64, or my N64 has all kinds of cool stuff, but the Wii can do all of that. Super Nintendo was only good for like classic RPGs and stuff, really, but then a lot of those have been ported in for PSP and DS, so my least favorite control scheme, well, it is split between, well, my least favorite controller is split between the NES and the original PlayStation and the Super Nintendo. The original PlayStation, I can't really describe it. It's not suited. The original PlayStation's, this controller is not that suited for anything other than 2D gaming, and come on. They were trying to go for this being a major 3D console, weren't they? Or am I thinking about the Sega Saturn? I don't know. I don't have a Sega Saturn. And anyways, my favorite controller, GameCube controller, except for the B button positioning, and it's nice. One of them that I really don't mind, but it's weird, is the DualShock. I don't know what they did with the DualShock 3 to make it less comfortable than, I mean, surprisingly enough, I actually like the DualShock in its design, and the DualShock 2, since it's practically identical, but there's something about the DualShock 3 here that I can't, and just do what I typically do, and move my fingers like this whenever I want to move the buttons and things. And there's something about the DualShock 3 that really makes me not like it. And then my thoughts on the Nintendo 64 controller. Well, the Nintendo 64 controller was, well, it had an analog joystick, for crying out loud. It was the first console on the 5th generation that I know of, actually, that had a an analog stick. The one gripe I have about it is the fact that the stick is crap. Fortunately, they have third-party replacement models. I really should have gotten in one of those models at the thrift store last time. Well, I buy most of my games used. In fact, I buy all my games used. I've never actually bought a new system. And the only system I actually got new was my DS Lite, and I won that in a contest. I have gotten several near-mint systems. My GameCube, my Wii. My Wii is over there, actually. I've never actually bought any accessories new either. I mean, I buy everything used. Well, if everything went digital, I would probably stop buying games. Because, well, let's face it, digital is, I mean, I probably won't sell the games, but that doesn't mean, I won't sometime. I mean, I want to be able to resell my games. Well, I thought that Sony made a really bonehead move with the PSP Go, on making it download only, and you're not even able to play your other PSP games on it. I mean, I don't have it or a PSP, but I mean, come on, you gotta admit that's stupid to do something like that. Well, if the PS4 and Xbox 3 have some kind of draconian DRM to them, so that you can't, so you can only buy the games once and you can't sell them again, well, GameStop would probably boycott the hardware, since used gaming is their biggest thing. I mean, it'd be even worse if they made the accessories is so draconianly locked as well. As for going back to the games, they'd probably have to either release them a cartridge or with single-use unlock codes, but then and have to have them in constant connection to the internet, like Activision Blizzard made you do with Diablo 3. I mean, it's just que loca. Well, I would probably buy the Wii U. I mean, if it hadn't already sold out, I probably would have. I'll probably buy it eventually. Maybe I'll wait for a price drop. As for the 3DS, I'm currently looking on Craigslist for those. Well, out of the 7th generation, the controller I most prefer is the Wii Classic Controller Pro. Well, number one, it's Nintendo. Number two, it's got those long handles on it, and it's easy to get a hold of. Something about the DualShock 3 that gives me cramps. I don't know. I don't think it's any smaller than this, but the Xbox 360 controller is nice, though. What do I think about PC gaming? I don't like PC gaming. I don't like to game on the PC. I have my consoles for gaming. Also, last time I tried to play a game, last game I played on my PC was terrible, and the game before that tried to eat my GPU alive. My opinion of Star Wars: The Old Republic. I refer you to the last question. It tried to eat my GPU. World of Warcraft, all I have to say is that it's not that good. I mean, this might be, troll bait and everything, but I really don't like World of Warcraft. If they don't run on my PC good, I mean, comparing it to SWTOR, it's pretty much a golden game, but it's just I don't like it. Might be a classic RPG and all that, but it's not an RPG anymore, or it's been completely messed up apparently. I haven't played it. I only played the new Cataclysm. I am 15. My name is Alex Shannon. I'm the author of various reviews. I have two blogs that I post things to. One's a long play blog, let's play, whatever, and then the other one is where I review things. I live in the South, in Mississippi. It's not exactly It's hot in the summertime is all I have to say. Skyrim? Oh, Skyrim's buggy. It's just one time the camera got stuck after I got killed a whole bunch, and I don't mind it. I mean, it's okay, but I'll just, the next RPG I'm gonna get is Tales from the Abyss. My favorite band? It's either Crush 40 or Bon Jovi. Zebrahead and Styx are relevant, but they're okay. Well, the reason why it takes so long to upload my videos, the reason why it takes so long to upload in between multiple parts, is because I've got a very slow analog DSL connection, and it's only, I think a top max is out at about 79 kilobytes per second, which makes for slow uploads and downloads. Most downloads are faster than uploads, but it usually takes over about 2 days to upload a 40-minute file. I'm not much of a collector. I'm more of I like to play games more than I do to collect them. Although I do like to try and keep them in mint condition. Well, I've got the original boxes for 3 consoles. The GameCube, the DS, and the Wii. The reason why I don't have most of the boxes is because I get most of my stuff used, like I said. The GameCube, that GameCube was $10 used. Super Nintendo was free, NES was free, other Super Nintendo was free. My first PS1 was free. I paid $50 for my PS2 and my PS1. And my Wii was $90. Well, let's see, $5 for Perfect Dark, $10 for Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask, $3 for Rogue Squadron, and I think it was about $60 or $70 for the console, which came with 3 games. So I've spent under $100 for my Nintendo 64 stuff. I have spent probably $10 on Link to the Past. And I actually do need to get more Super Nintendo controllers. As for the Wii, I spent $90 on it, and it came with 3 games, including Skyward Sword. And I spent $7 on Twilight Princess. I got 3 games with my, well, actually, technically, it's 7 games, well, 6 games, actually, with my GameCube. We had 2, one was Wind Waker, or the other was Zelda Collector's Edition, and the other one, freaking terrible, it was Powerpuff Girls Relish Rampage. It was, and then I paid probably $5 for Sonic Adventure, so $5 for my GameCube stuff. Spent $51. I spent $51 on my PS2 collection, and I think it was about think it was about $5 on my PS1 collection. And I think it was a while ago. I haven't actually bought any new controllers yet, but I did spend $15 on memory cards for my PS2. Well, I typically like to have the manual and the box art with a game, but in the case of Devil May Cry 2, it came with neither. It just came... The disc is in my PS2, I forgot. It just came with the discs. The other cases, I think... Actually, no, I only bought the Dante disc. This guy need to get the other disc. And, of course, Devil May Cry 1. Anyways, like I said, in the case of Devil May Cry, I didn't have either the box art or Devil May Cry 2, rather. In the case of DMC2, I didn't have the box art or the manual with it, and Sonic Adventure didn't have the box art or the manual with it, but I do like to have both, in case it's a game I haven't played before, but I usually pick them pretty fast. As, most of the Wii games I play from the library don't have manuals with them, for one reason or another. Well, on audiobooks versus real books versus ebooks, I prefer audiobooks to ebooks and physical books together, because audiobooks are easier to listen to when I can do something else at the same time, and rather than having to devote my full attention to the audiobook, to the physical book or the ebook. But I'm starting to care less and less about physical books, which I would rather have them all in instead of having an entire library full of them. I would rather have them all on a single thing in a cloud backup of them. But I do occasionally like to have books, but I don't like to deal with them. When they get dusty, I sneeze, I have allergies, so. Well, my favorite movie, it's either The Amazing Spider-Man or Men in Black. Men in Black 3. Just screw it, say the entire trilogy. Men in Black. Okay. Well, I usually don't like what they do to the movies when they change them from book to movie format, which I don't like. Which is my opinion on the Harry Potter series. It was okay for the first 4 or 5, but after about, actually it was okay for the first 3 or 4, but after that it just got dumb. My opinion on... Wait a minute, you actually... Excuse me, I have to make sure that's right. Yep, that's right. Somebody asked what my opinion of Twilight was. Bloody frickin' hell. I hate Twilight. I hate Twilight. I hate Twilight. Let's just leave it at that. I can't make myself any more clear. I hate it worse than I hate Resident Evil. And I hate Resident Evil. Nerf guns? Yes, I do have Nerf guns. I have several Nerf guns. I like Nerf. But I tend to lose the darts. Building stuff? Legos. I have to have Legos. Legos and Kinects. Kinects and Legos can go together. They should just buy each other out. Oh, they're so cool. Well, they can make native support for each other. I usually don't like fake Legos. Those fake Legos are... Well, anyways, the thing about Legos is I don't like how they price them. They're sky high. I mean, come on.
it's plastic. I know it's plastic, but I know it's made by Lego, and I know it's high quality, and I know it's cool and all that, but I just don't like to pay $50 for a couple thousand pieces. I need probably 10,000 and to get anything big done. I spend a couple hundred to build a small thing, and probably about 1,000 to build something large. Yes, that is bagpipes in the background. My parents are watching a movie, as I said. Well, I'm running out of ports on my TV, actually. I use coaxial outs on most of my stuff. I wish I could get a decent priced, I hope I can get a decent priced AV input splitter, so I can have my N64, my PS1, my PS2, and my Wii all hooked up at the same time and have them all pretty high quality. But excuse me. They're kind of expensive. So if you can recommend a decent AV input splitter, suggest down in the comments. Do we have any more questions? Well, favorite manga. Oh, favorite manga. Thanks. I like the early Bleach, the early Naruto, to a certain extent, and the early One Piece. Yes, Death Note, I like the entire series. I've only read a little bit of Bakuman, but I do like that. My favorite anime is probably Neon Genesis Evangelion, or quite possibly Bleach. I don't like, oh, I completely forgot about Dragon Ball Z. I like both that in both manga and anime form, but I don't like the original Dragon Ball at all. It's inane and it lasts way too long. My thoughts about adapting cartoons into movies. Okay. Sometimes they do it good. For instance, they did it really good with Dragon Ball Evolution. And that was a pretty good movie. I would change a couple of things myself, but it pretty much compresses the entire origin story that was Dragon Ball and leaves everything open and for them to run a Dragon Ball Z movie. What do I think about the Sonic voice actor switch up? Oh man, everybody from the 4Kids cast was good except the person who voiced Tails, and I can't remember if it was a her or a him, but whoever it was, because they were very bad. The new one was good, but they shouldn't have swapped out Jason Griffith with his Sonic, because Jason Griffith is the best Sonic there is. And Jaleel White, I'd rather have Jaleel White and or Ryan. What's his name? I can't remember his name. Well, I like him better than Roger Craig Smith. I like Jaleel White better than Roger Craig Smith. I like Jason Griffith best of them all. Mike Pollock is a very good Dr. Robotnik. I have not played Sonic Generations yet. I need a PS3 so I can, because I do have a code for that. That's the end of the Q&A for now. Submit any extra questions you have later.